In our last tutorial, we focused on some of the basics of Grantsmith, including how to log into the website for the first time. In this tutorial, we'll be working on the basics of navigating our website. So when you first log into Grantsmith, you're going to be directed to what we call the Home tab, and your screen will look something like this. As you can see across the top of the screen, we have 5 tabs which will be used to navigate to all parts of the website. Specifically on the home page, you have a section for sub-grantee links, which will be where we're going to be posting information relevant to grantees and things that'll just help you manage your project. So it'd be a good idea to keep an eye on that section. We also have a button on the left-hand side here that says My Profile. This button will allow you as the project contact to edit your contact information. So if you click the My Profile button, you'll be redirected to a screen that looks like this. And in the screen, you can edit things such as your email address, your phone number, say your office changed addresses where you have paperwork and things sent to you, and then you just hit Save to confirm your edits. Second tab is the Project tab, and we use the Project tab to access individual projects and to just do some of the management things with those projects. When you show up to the Project tab for the first time, odds are you will have no records displayed. And so what you're going to need to do is click this button right here that says All Projects to refresh the list and populate it with your projects. Once you've done that, your list will look something like this. It'll have all of your grants on it, and when you find the grant that you wanted to work on, you just go over here to the Grantsmith ID, select it, and you'll be directed to a page that has information on your project. As you can see at the top here, we have the project start date and end date. Those are the dates from your grant agreement, and they are also the dates which the Business Council uses to reference when paying invoices. So any invoices you submit on the project, you want to be sure that they're within the project start date and the project end date. Over here we have the project title and account. Those are pretty self-explanatory. We have total budgeted costs, grant award, and the match amounts here. The total budgeted cost is actually the grant award plus any match that is put in by the community for the project. We have payment limit by percent right here. In this case, it's 80%. So what that means is for every $100 that are submitted in invoices for this project, the Business Council is going to pay 80 back automatically, if the invoices are approved, of course. Below this, we have requested expenses, approved grant expenses, and remaining amount. These are good checks and balances if you ever want to compare your records to ours and just see what your project running total is. This is a good item to check. It'll also track your cash match and your in-kind match as documentation submitted to us on that. And below this we have payment amounts. We're going to get into payments in a later tutorial in more depth, but just notice that we have pending payments and approved payments. A pending payment means that the request for payment is still in our system, and an approved payment means that we've approved the payment, and that means that it's at the state auditor's office and will likely be paid out in the next 2 or 3 days. So going down, we also have the budget line items here. The budget line items are also from your grant agreement. These are the categories in which your expenses need to be classified into when you do your drawdown requests. And it is Business Council policy as well as federal policy for any federal grants such as your CDBG that we can override these budget line items amounts by up to 20%. So of the total project cost, that is. So if you have, for instance, say you didn't spend as much money in non-construction as you thought you were going to, and you wanted to use some of that money on construction costs, the system here isn't necessarily going to let you do that, but all you have to do is give either myself or your program manager a phone call and let them know, and we can do a manual override to get your expenses paid. Scrolling down a little more, we also have performance measures, drawdown requests, and quarterly reports. these are your specific tasks for each project. If you want to do a drawdown on this project, you would click the drawdown button. If you wanted to submit data on performance measures, for instance, I believe BRC projects and CFP projects do this, you would click that button. And quarterly and annual reports, you would just click those buttons as you need to.